got
Like,
take a mic.
I never want to be the guy who, if you have shades inside, just to address it. But like, you are going stunners, and that's okay because Jet's done that move before. You're going stunners.
It's how I feel right now.
Okay.
It's such a power move. I should do it.
feel.
I should do it every single time.
Once you get by that initial somebody asking you, and then you're clear, and then
But
you're
sometimes I wear
Some say
glasses
you could just let it go and not ask people about it, but that's
it's kind. You kind
not
of
here
almost
or
like
there.
need to, yeah.
I didn't. I don't ask. I'm like, damn, that's fire. Like I should have done it.
The thing is, it's like, here's the thing is that you see sometimes people wear sunglasses in like public places, like in an airport or whatever, and you're like, that looks good. And then when you do it, you feel like an asshole. And everybody looks at you like, I've tried to do it. And then I get like, what are you doing? Or Perez will just look at me like, you wearing those right now?
I think
and
it's
I'm
cool
like,
now. It used to be back in the day, people would give you shit for it. It's only cool at courtside. I think that's the only place it's cool.
Courtside.
Courtside's cool,
Yeah.
but sometimes like some people have like if you see like Money Mayweather has like the indoor shades where like they're so
a lighter tint.
I don't know.
They're so
What are
expensive.
indoor shades?
There's indoor
They're
shades
like a
that
lighter
are,
tint of like
Yes.
shade, like almost like a blue or like a gray
the
or like
real expensive ones.
yeah.
I
I think I got pretty clear with you in Scottsdale. We were like going somewhere, and you had a nice shirt on, nice T-shirt, and you were wearing those sunglasses. And I was like, it was dark outside. And I was like,
It was to the red carpet event.
I was like, it's you don't need to do that.
I had the glasses on, and Perez looked at me. He's like, "You wearing those?" I was like, "Should I not be?" And he's like, "I look at it. I go,
I wish you wouldn't.
I was like,
I wish you wouldn't.
"Should I not be?" And he's like, "Just throwing it out there. You probably don't want to wear those." So I was like, "Geez, I took them off so fast."
I got ripped on because I had it's a nice shirt, but I was wearing the blue shirt that says the word purple. It's like one of those,
It's ironic.
and
That's tough,
I got ripped, and I should. I mean,
You like to wear those baggier shirts now. That's like your thing.
yeah, I
Like the oversized shirt.
You know,
I know exactly who you're going for.
The Justin Bieber?
No, I was gonna call it the Jake Paul.
the Jake Paul.
It's not. It's not. No, it's not bad. It looks. You pull
Speaking
it
of
off.
which-
If I would wear that, I would look like a a balloon.
The thing is, I like wearing a big shirt to where if you eat, like a lot of times, if I have like a tighter shirt, like
That's fair.
a shirt that fits perfect.
Hey, look, you don't have to explain it to me.
Bob's gonna come into a steak dinner wearing a moo next. You know, just eat as much as he can so you can't tell.
Well, only one of them's undefeated in boxing, so
That's
you got that going for you.
Oh yeah, fair.
Wow.
That's fair.
True.
That I will say. I mean, we talked a little bit about it on the Bill and Dumb show, but like that fight was actually a really good fight. I don't know how many of that Jake Paul fight you saw. It actually happened to be. Say what you want about the guy. The fight was actually.
He
it
held
was
his own, but I mean, I didn't get to watch it, but I mean, he did knock the guy down. I didn't get to watch it in entirety, I should say. I was on the golf course. I was watching like snippets of it, and I didn't know until actually Mikey sent the like compilation of like the punches. I didn't realize that he had like double the
I
jabs
think
and
he
punches thrown.
tweeted every time someone threw a punch.
Mikey V?
Mikey V was. yeah. He's on that. We're
He was
busting his
on.
balls.
He was on the Jake Paul. He can beat up Jake Paul grind
I
for a
believe so.
while.
Yeah, I
Which
believe
I don't.
so.
I think there's something to be said to be a trained boxer. By the way.
Oh, yeah.
But like Mikey V's a big dude, and listen, Mikey V, I love you, but I don't know if he's beating Jake. Maybe with the training.
No.
Was that part of the stipulation?
The thing that was amazing with Jake Paul, and look, I think the guy is, he can be obnoxious, but what's pretty amazing is he was just getting ripped in the face time and time again. He has such a tough chin. He wouldn't bleed.
Yeah.
He was getting, I mean, he was
Was he taking big shots?
Yeah, just constantly, and he didn't bleed. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I like Jake Paul.
He's also got stamina. Like he's in good shape. Like he's not like
these
some
are
of
not
these
a
guys.
joke. Like these guys are like they're good at what they do. They know what they're doing for as much shit as like people give them, and how like they're obnoxious this or that. They're playing a smart game. They know what they're doing, and like he's on the flight home. He's like doing like he's making that joke, and like it's like of course, and it's like he's just laughing in the bank, and it's like good for him.
He said the reason he lost was as a joke was because Drake bet like $400K on him.
By the way, the Tick has a mic now. I just want to make everybody aware. There is a mic in the Tick.
People do want to hear what the
it.
Tick has to
Tick, let
say.
it
Prove
talk to
it.
us, Tick.
Just tell them to say hello to the folks, Tick.
Happy to be here.
I think
is
the
becoming a
Tick
fan favorite.
is gonna drop some mega bars throughout the time he has the mic. Not I'm saying it might not all be today, but over the time, the Tick has a lot to
I
offer.
feel a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
My first time, long time.
You're behind
Feel
the camera.
uncomfortable. And behind the camera.
Behind the lens with the ticket.
Ticket, can you pull up that picture, that video of a panther getting his teeth cleaned at the dentist? Not that dentist, different panther. Yeah, that one right there.
Some would say I'm a physical comedian, so without the
Yeah,
camera on
that's
me,
true.
Do you know the
there's
best
really
is
nothing to it.
when we'll like play with like a pro or we'll play with somebody or even like when we film with Christian Kirk, like you could tell when Ticket's starting to catch his stride and like he'll walk by the green and he'll have like the camera in one hand and then he'll start talking to throw.
Yeah.
He gets him going.
He
gets
did it
him
with
moving.
Homa.
Max, tell me about that shot right there. What did you say to Homa? And I was like, oh, Ticket's on one.
Ticket
where you're
was
like,
chatting him
When I
up.
was asking him about what age he had that shot put in the bag.
oh
He
yeah.
had a nice flop
And
shot.
Tick had
also-
low-key the best line of the entire day after we finished with Homa when we were in the clubhouse having lunch. Ticket drops the line of all lines where he goes, so are you a... What's the Griffith Park?
No, he
horses?
goes Wilson or Harding.
So I got to ask, he's like, we've all been waiting to know.
Yeah.
The magical question, Wilson or Harding?
Yeah.
And everybody just cracked up.
Very LA specific joke.
It's a SoCal humor.
Tick had the,
SoCal joke.
but you had the good moment with Homa. So you got not lucky. I feel like with you it always happens like this.
lucky.
No, not like that. But with the other, you were talking to Homa, and he's like, yeah, my mom lives out, and he named like the town you grew up in, and you're like, oh shit, and like once you open the door for the Tick, he'll just start talking,
Yeah.
and
You mentioned like South Carolina.
yeah,
Like,
and he also he's got plugs everywhere, so you can be
Charleston.
like you can be like Kalamazoo, Michigan. He's like, oh, me and Derek Jeter go way back.
Yeah, I can find a way to connect with anybody.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like, oh, you're from Bozeman, Montana. I remember a guy I got stuck there one time. I got stuck there.
I'm saying that's
shows a
good.
lot.
It's a charming town.
It's a good skill to have because I don't have that skill, and you do like at airports or wherever you'll talk to whoever, and it's impressive.
But at the same time too, yeah, Ticket will, no matter what, even if he's not feeling it, if Jess doesn't want to have the conversation, he's not going to entertain the conversation. Like,
Yeah, that's it.
you'll know right away if he wants to have the conversation or not, and if not, he will
When
not
was
leave
it?
that door
What trip was it we were on? And Jet was, I think it was in Arizona. It was a match with Perez and Butsy, and it had been like a long week, and Jet was not feeling it. I go, Jet, you're okay? He's like, yeah, I just don't want to fucking be here right now. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, Jet does that.
Remember that? I almost got the albatross, and then Jet was going nuts.
Jet will turn to me like second 9 in like a match and be like, I need you to bury these guys. He just wants the video over. Like we'll tie after 9, and like for the good of the video, like we got to do a playoff and figure this thing out. And Jet's like, I think you just called a tie. Fuck it. Like, nobody gives a shit. It's like, no, Jet, you just don't want to film anymore. We got to figure this match out.
That's true.
He's like, all right, let's do a tip off and get the fuck out of here.
exactly what I do.
If you ever wonder why we don't do sudden death holes after matches, it's because of the Jet.
He just sees more work unfolding before his eyes.
Those are long fucking days. So at the end of 2 nights, like in the heat, and then it's a lot.
Also, too, when he starts to slash with the camera and he just when he brings it down a little bit and he just kind of like holding it like this.
When he starts using that bar, like on his like he spends the day just holding the camera. Once the bar sits here, it's like, yeah, he's done.
Yeah,
I've tried things like you try and like say something just like and going and I know and then I'm just like just leave him alone. Just don't say anything. Just let him go. There's nothing you're gonna say to break him open. Even remember we were on the conference call Ticket the other day and I heard you laugh as the call was ending and I was laughing too. We were on a conference call and the call was so clearly done. It was with like our different sponsors and whatnot that we do weekly. The call was so clearly done, but people were kind of going back and forth. And Jet pretty much was just like, all right, okay, are we done here? Like, he didn't say it, but remember, and you started laughing. You said something that pretty much inferred, like,
he's a
we're
busy
fucking
man.
done.
I don't think I said it. I wasn't like, yo, are we done here? It was like,
no, but you know what I'm talking about.
but the thing is, like, we're pretty, like,
we were done.
Exactly. Like
100%.
Listen,
Take your
when it
time,
comes to all this
move
stuff,
offline.
it's
He
like
was right. He wasn't wrong.
We don't have time for like the work banter, the water cooler talk. Like we got a job to do. We do. We're pretty focused, and when the conversation's over, the conversation's over.
Jet even said before, he's like, why do like people say to me, like they message me and they're like, just confirming this date. He's like, just tell me the fucking date. Like just don't even.
I'm very. It's very straightforward. Like I think people sometimes take it the wrong way because like it's just very blunt. But the truth is, it's like it's just question answer. Like I'm not. It's not like I don't like I don't.
We never
do too
want
much
Jet to
small
change
talk.
because it would be weird if he did.
Well, some people require the softness around questions,
Yeah.
and it takes a while to realize that like Jet doesn't want any of that.
But
just
I'll-
ask him the question or tell him what you need,
Correct.
and that's it. It's not like, hey Jet, how's your day going? Like the fuck my day. Like
no
what do you
bad
mean my?
blood.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You don't care about my day. What do you got? It's real as family, Jet.
Yeah.
On another
No,
note,
we're
but-
family.
Yeah. Wow, Benjamin. That
Wow,
was nice.
that's
That was
really
nice.
nice. Yeah, wow.
You guys are the closest. You, of
shit.
course, we're family.
Bob, I had to
Do
tell
you
you.
love us?
Yeah, I love you guys.
Wow, that was
I
nice.
put him on the spot.
By the way, you clip it. I was
He's gonna cut that.
I was like, I
He's
love
gonna
you
cut
guys.
that
And I
out.
was like,
Don't let him cut that.
Well, and calls, I'll be like, I love you, Jet. And then just silence. He's like, okay, goodbye.
But at the same time, he always turns to me and says, "You know, if the show ended tomorrow, I'm never going to see any of you guys. Not one of you ever."
Jet wants to go to
I'll
Wickenburg
know
and
where to
never
find
see
him.
another person.
I'll know. There'll be like 3 places I'll check. He'll either be at Quail, he'll be at Wickenburg,
Whale's a good guess.
or he'll be like in one of those condos that's half built on Quintero.
oh, dude, we rolled by on like the 12th hole at Quintero. We were in the car together. We rolled by. I thought it was a house.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Perez, could you imagine just living here, like middle of fucking nowhere, like the 11th hole at Quintero? It's like you and a rattlesnake. And he's like, dude, he's like, bro, those are condos. He's like, you don't want to live in a condo out here.
No,
He's
that'd
like,
be like it's the most counterintuitive thing in the world. It's like
Yeah.
I'm gonna move out 30 minutes from the nearest grocery store in a condo.
yeah, and like have neighbors. Yeah, yeah. I didn't
You
know.
might as well go back into town if you're gonna get a fucking condo.
It looked like a nice
did look
house.
nice, yeah.
Even when we were going to Estrella for the, also known as Estrella,
I
for
can't
the
say that right. It's amazing you get it right every time.
for the breezy, there was like one house the whole way. It was like all desert, and there was just like one house sitting
Yeah.
there on the way. And I was like, damn, that looks nice. Prez like, that's a condo.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as you may or may not know, the Bob Does Sports team have partnered with the fine folks over at DraftKings. College basketball season is here and better than ever. Download the DraftKings app today. New customers who bet $5 on a pregame money line, and if that bet hits, get $150 in bonus bets when you use promo code BDSPOD. Again, that's promo code BDSPOD. Any basketball game. Download the DraftKings app today and come join the madness. DraftKings, Bob Does Sports. More to come.
Speaking of Arizona,
I was gonna say that right out of the gate, the fact that Perez made it home from the waste management, the fact that by the time we got out of there, and it was a fucking blast. The breezy was great. All the part, like it was a blast. By the time we got out of there,
We left on Saturday.
we were ready to get the fuck out. Perez, the fact that he kept going, and then I would call to check in with him, and he had like 20 different things going on and was with the different people. I'm getting DMs like, hey, like I just saw Perez.
I saw him on his feed. He was with Menzel on Saturday on the 16th hole.
I did more in that 48 hours when you guys weren't there than I did for the first 10 days.
Oh, that's a
Yeah, I
shame.
don't-
I heard
That stinks.
It's just when you're just one guy floating in the wind, you can
Yeah.
just do everything.
Well,
It's
yeah,
just like
that's-
you don't have
yeah.
to coordinate with anyone. It's simple. It's like you just like, hey, do you want to do this, buddy? You're like, I'll fucking do this, and then you go do it.
Is it
it's not like,
true?
hey, well, I got these other guys, and I just did everything.
Are we allowed? Is it true you ended up at the Kansas City Chiefs after party?
That's right.
See, that's like mythical. Like that's just that's like a story that like you can say forever. That's
That-
partying with the whole
unbelievable.
team?
He didn't. It was
Yes.
so minor to him. He didn't
Yes.
even mention
Who
it.
did you get to
Somebody
connect?
else was
So-
like, "Oh yeah, we were there."
So
Kelsey's guy?
I had nothing left at this point. But the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. We had linked up with Chris Pearson, who's his manager agent. I'm not exactly sure.
Kelsey, right?
I can't forget. Yeah, Travis Kelsey's
Yeah.
guy. I texted him, and we had been in touch all week because we were trying to like coordinate. But he had a big group. I'd have a big group. It was tough, and I was like, hey, like big game. Like congratulations. There's only one champ or whatever. I don't even know what the fuck I said. And he's like, thanks, man. He's like,
That's a tough one. There's only one
I don't,
chip.
yeah. Like, you didn't fucking know that already. It's actually,
And that's you.
there's fucking 52 of them, asshole. So he's like, well, we rented this place out. Like, do you have any interest in going? And I'm like, damn. Like, I was just trying to like be nice.
Gotta do it.
And say congrats. I was like, when am I going to go to a fucking winning Super Bowl winning like team after they had rented this whole place out? And I got like I got Chris from Ark End. And
Great guy.
Great guy. And
Where's Chris?
Where is Chris?
Where's Chris?
Your guess is as good as mine. Him
his
and like
IG
That's his
handle.
name.
That's his IG.
Damn, guys, come on.
Where's
sick.
Chris _?
Yeah.
Him and like 4 or 5 of the Ark End girls.
He's like
Yeah.
Mr.
Because, like,
he's
dude,
like Pitbull. He's everywhere.
They like when you guys left on Saturday, like they got me in on the. I'm gonna get buried for this. On the Playboy party at the W, they had me at the table, and I got Cody and all those guys.
What the fuck? You were everywhere,
I heard
dog.
So like they had done that, so I was like, all right, I need to hit them up and like bring them to this party. So yeah, dog. I was
What
like,
in
I took like a shot with Mahomes' dad and like met some of his
Smoking on
buddies.
that
I was
Joe
in
Burrow.
I like went into Mahomes'. Like every player had a table in this place, and I was like hanging out at Mahomes' table. I was hanging out over in Travis's table. I was just like, Bryce Butler was there.
Yes.
The first person I saw.
Oh,
So we were
good guy.
vibing, and then Big Wave came. I invited
You
I
just
started
ran the
inviting.
show.
I like.
It then became Perez's party.
Here's what I did. The last 2 nights, I got into these parties, like barely on my own.
Yeah.
And then invited the whole town.
what is like an after party? Our guys.
Yeah.
You were the guy that Dustin Johnson did to you.
That's right.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah.
Oh no!
That's right. So I barely got invited to these parties, and then I told everyone I knew to say my name at the door. And you know what? It fucking worked.
Yeah.
It worked. I got a dozen people into the Playboy party that like, I
FP.
barely got in, and then I got Big Wave. Big Wave showed up at the Chiefs after party. Told him he was there with Pearson. They brought him to Pearson. Pearson had no idea who he was, and he goes, "Oh, I'm buddies with Perez." He's like, "Oh yeah, you're good. He's over there."
Yeah,
it's just
that's
like
amazing.
all good. It's
What is a Super Bowl after? Are guys giving speeches
They,
or is it all
they
like
weren't
music?
there. No, it was just like I think was it Ray Schmurda, Swali and
Bobby
Ray Schmurda?
No, it's Sway Lee.
Oh, I like
Sway
Sway
Lee.
Lee.
I love
Sway
Sway
Lee.
Lee.
Yeah, yeah,
What are they
yeah.
called? Ray Shremmerd.
Ray
Yeah.
Schmurda.
Yeah.
About Bobby Schmurda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So there was
What was
DJ.
that? The Mannequin Challenge.
Yeah. So there was a DJ.
Black Beatles in the city.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There was DJ. They were there performing, but like the players got in like super late. Like I think Mahomes and Kelsey were only there for like an hour before the place closed, and I was there for like
Best
3.
was I called Perez in the morning and I'm talking to him and he was supposed to be at the Airbnb and there was an Airbnb for maybe 10 people that we were in with and it was going to be just for the night and I called him in the morning and I hear dogs barking. I'm like, Perez, is that those dogs? He's like, yeah, man. He's like, I slept at Cody's house. I'm like, Manziel's friend? He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm here right now. I'm like,
Great guy, by the
Jesus,
way.
Great
Yeah.
guy. He was tremendous.
He's the man.
Looks like he threw a hell of a Super Bowl party too.
That
Oh,
spread
the
was
spread
unreal.
was it was unbelievable. So I slept at the Airbnb the last night, but I had nowhere to go for the final night, which I at some point drunkenly in our Saturday like excursion mentioned to him, and I was like, I'm just gonna get some bullshit hotel. I don't know what I'm gonna do. He's like, you know what you're gonna do. You're gonna stay at my place.
What a guy,
Which like
man.
he reiterated multiple times through the night, but we were progressively drunker every time we talked about it. So I don't think he expected me when I texted him at like 10:45, being like, "Hey man, like
I'm here.
Am I still cool to crash at your spot tomorrow night?" He's like, his answers were like, "Yeah," and like very short. And I was like, "All right, cool. Well, I got to be out of this Airbnb at 11, so I'll be at your place at 11:15." And I just stayed at his house. All that I felt. I mean,
Are those dogs?
he was super. Like he's the man. Like his buddies came over. We were all like. So we just sat in silence for hours because we were all just so
all you needed.
hungover.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got this massive TV room, but it was like I just went and like laid amongst his friends who I'd met the day before, and no one
Perez
talked.
basically was the mayor
It was
of
ridiculous.
Scottsdale.
It was
He
ridiculous.
really tore it up.
Unbelievable.
You were at the 16th hole all Saturday?
That's correct.
That's unbelievable.
We shifted over to there was a bottled blonde tent on 18 fairway.
What did you not do is the question.
Chase, you know Chase Rice, country singer?
Yeah.
His tour bus was parked out in front of Cody's house all week. So it's hanging out with him and skis. And,
Skis. You got those
Dude, I love
and
skis.
yeah, it was a weird 48 hours.
Did you
By the
fucking
way-
climb? Fuck. Why am I blanking on the place in Arizona? What's the
Camelback Mountain?
No, where does everybody go in Arizona? See, now the bits
We
just
were,
doesn't
Sedona?
anymore. No,
We were,
close to Sedona.
When we saw skis.
What's it called?
What are you talking
It's the
about?
famous thing in Arizona.
What famous? The Grand Canyon?
The Grand Canyon. I fucked that up.
Yeah, it's all
That's
right.
in a lot of places.
That's all right.
No, I did not go to the Grand
When
Canyon.
me and Jed have always loved skis. He's technically he's a rapper, right?
Yeah, I think he's
who
like a
is he?
country.
I
He's like a
saw
singer.
you guys-
No, he's not
guy-
a rapper. He's not. He's like a singer.
Is he
he's
a country singer?
Yeah,
He's a singer. No,
yeah,
he-
singer.
He's
You're right.
he's
a
everything.
singer.
Yeah.
This guy Mike Stud, and we love him.
Yeah.
And we saw him at Riviera, and I had the most I wasn't nonchalant at he came out of the Porter John,
That
and I
checks out.
saw him, and I was like skis, and then Jet comes out, and I just screamed Jet. I'm like Jet. I was like it's skis, and I just screamed it.
One of the
Is he
all-time.
like a really famous singer right now, or
No, he's up and coming, but he's under. By the way, it's just Mike now, and he's under.
He's off of Mike Stud.
Yeah, he's just Mike, and he goes. I thought Ticket was going to say that.
Mike Stud was a baller when we were in college.
Yeah, there
Yeah?
you go.
For
College?
Duke University.
Yeah.
Exactly
He
right.
was a
He's a
pitcher.
pitcher.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. And he
I
came to
love
West
that.
Virginia, and he used to sing all the time, and he was partying. He was a great guy.
Wait. See,
Yeah,
here
he's
we
a-
go.
Ticket's like, oh, West Virginia. Oh, Mike.
Yeah,
Mike.
yeah.
Oh, you mean Mike Stud? West Virginia. Yeah, we burned a couch together.
He just goes by Mike now, though.
That's what I just said. Yeah. So
Wait, you saw him perform?
I saw him perform numerous times at West Virginia. He would come all the time.
That checks out.
Yeah.
That checks out. I met him at Cody's house. He was wearing. Swear to God. And he was wearing his. I think he normally wears a white wife beater.
it's the best.
This thing he had made it into a Travis Kelce jersey.
Hold on.
And I had no idea who this guy was.
This is Mike?
No, the skis.
This is
Oh,
skis.
skis. Oh, yes.
Which
Yeah.
I was super fucked up because
love
his buddy
skis.
was with him who was wearing a skis Chiefs jersey. So I thought that was skis. But this guy comes up to me and he's like, bro. He's like, good to finally meet you, bro. He's like, you and I have been trying to link up for a long time. And I'm like, yeah, dog. Like, I know. And I'm like, I had no idea who he was. And I went to Cody. I was like, who the fuck? He's like, oh, it's skis. And I was like, I'm gonna need more than that. And I felt fucking terrible. And skis, it's like I'm just not plugged into this shit. It's not on him. It's on me.
plus you were on
But,
like 5-day bender, to your credits.
Allegedly. And he was so crazy. I had no idea what the guy was because he was like, I don't have any money. Oh, Cody, like you got to buy my shit. He doesn't let me. When he walks away, I was like, Cody, I believe him. Like he can't even afford a Chiefs jersey. And it was like this whole thing. Like I had no idea that this guy was who he was. Did I tell you I met G-Eazy too? Swear to God. Swear to God. And I had no idea who that was. I had no clue who that was.
Yeah,
I'm an
yeah,
idiot.
You don't know who G-Eazy is?
I had no idea who
These
G-Eazy
guys
was.
were all at Cody's?
I mean, you could tell him how brutal of there was nothing in common.
Tough.
There was nothing there.
So I was at I think it was Friday night. I was at this party at Maya or some shit, and this guy was like, "Do you want to?" I think that's right. He's like, "Do you want to go? Do you want to meet G-Eazy?" And I was like, "All right." All my context clues in life lead me to believe that that's a rapper. So I was like, sure, I'm in on that. So he takes me around this place, pulls me, like I step over a couch and I'm like next to a guy. I'm next to a guy that's next to Jeezy. Then I'm just standing there vibing. And I'm fucked up. And I'm like, all right, how do I do this? Like, do I go around this guy? And the guy between us knew who we were. And was like, what's up, dude? He's like, love your shit, like, whatever. I was like, oh, dope, like, right on. He's like, do you want to meet Jeezy? I was like, yeah, sure, I'll meet Jeezy. And so he turns to Jeezy, and I guess that's his friend. He's like, Jeez, like, this is my boy Perez, like, him and his boys do, like, this funny-ass YouTube golf shit. Like, you guys should link up and do a video. So my assumption is that the man plays golf. What else would we have done?
You start talking
I
Poana?
was like, what's up, man? I was like, he's like, so you're a golfer too? And he's like, nah, man. And I was like, I literally had nothing. I go, right on. He's like, I was like, this dope fucking party. He's like, yeah. And like, he just turns away. I got nothing.
Was he tall as hell?
Very tall.
Yeah, that's
I
all I
bet
know
you had
about
a black
G-Eazy.
leather
Yeah.
jacket on.
He had an earring. I remember that.
And he probably had the nicest fade of all time.
He looked
He's
good.
got great hair.
I was blasted.
By the way, back to skis. Skis and Mike have some bangers together.
Oh, they're so. I mean, they're
How do I not know
That's Mike.
these
Mike's
guys?
formerly Mike Stud, and now he goes by Mike.
they're
Is that
so
the one-
good. They're- And you know what, too? He owns, like...
He's got a hair. He's kind of got like a mullet situation going on.
His stuff is...
He does like, he's very independent. He doesn't
How do I not know these guys?
Maybe Mike is who I think Skis is.
No, Skis is
you got it
Skis.
right.
You know
You
Skis.
got it right.
Mike probably wasn't there to be. I don't know, but I would guess.
fanboy over Skis?
He did, and I did. It was incredible. Of
you
all
were
the
so
people,
happy. We got such a
I
great
saw
thing.
you even put his stuff on your stories.
He's a legend.
And I didn't know who he was,
was
but
the
you
man.
looked so happy to be in the
I
picture.
was.
You're like beaming.
It was a good moment for us.
Chad came out, and I was just like, Chad. And he's just sitting there like, Skis.
Yeah, it was.
He actually told me to hit him up when I was in town. He might be here. No,
Oh no, I
think he's here right
He
now.
wants to. Yeah,
You wanna hang out with him?
I would.
Yeah, I told him to hit him. I was like, "Oh, you live in LA?" I'm out there. He's like, "Nah, I live in Nashville." I was like, "I'm just swinging and missing on."
Bob, who do you think you would? I think I'd have to be like Jeter or Yankee would be the biggest fanboy over if you met them in public. Who would be like your number one? Like,
I think it's got to be somebody like larger than life, oh man, that's good.
would be like Billy Joel.
Yeah, that would hit me. That Billy Joel would hit me pretty.
Tiger, surely.
Yeah, like that's like a larger than life. not a
Oprah?
real-
Oh, bro.
Not as much.
Okay.
You know what's crazy to me?
I met her. She was staying at the
Did
hotel,
she?
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is Perez told me today if he had one guy to pick to be on Bob Does Sports.
Let him guess.
Oh, I know. DJ Khaled. 100%.
That's your number one?
I said Tiger.
Yeah,
I
I
said
think it would.
I said it's
I think it
Tiger,
Khaled,
and then
that's-
it's DJ
Khaled's
Khaled.
rising
He
up the
said
ranks.
he would take.
fast.
If
He
someone
said he would
said-
take
if
DJ
someone
Khaled
said-
over anyone.
Yeah, if someone said
it's
no,
Joe.
not Tiger, not Tiger.
No, of course
But
not.
someone's like Rory McIlroy or DJ Khaled tomorrow. I think I'd go DJ Khaled.
No, you
I think
would
I'd go
not.
DJ Khaled.
If I saw DJ
You would
Khaled,
not him.
If DJ
I
Khaled,
got to.
You're a golfer. You would definitely
Yeah,
go
but
with
DJ
McIlroy.
Khaled right now in this vacuum's a golfer.
If-
And we don't know how long that's going to be the
Bro,
case.
if-
We don't know how long
God
that's going to
did.
be the case.
Yeah.
And we have to strike.
if Khaled, can you imagine? Imagine DJ Khaled rolling up to Moore Park. Okay, he gets on. Listen. He gets on Canyon Crest.
Yeah, he does.
He looks you in the eye and he goes, "Let's go golfing."
Driver, hand me my driver. Yeah.
Pull up in
come
like
on.
a Bentley
on.
golf cart.
He's a guy
sipping
too.
on fucking cognac. and
He'd be
champagne.
unbelievable. Yeah.
His thing, it's like it is a bit, yet at the same time, I do.
I don't think
a lot
it
of
is.
Oh, it's a bit.
I don't know. I wonder if he's
don't
lost in
think- To a
bit.
degree,
But
like-
he's one of these guys. He's probably a genius. Like he knows.
I
he's
think
doing what
I
he's
think
doing.
some of that is him, but yeah, he knows exactly what he's doing. It's fucking hysterical.
When his kid hit that golf shot in the house,
Hey,
I
hey,
almost pissed myself.
honey,
he's like, your mother's gonna come out. Like he was terrified of his. Please stop, your mother. He's like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to. We're both gonna get in trouble. Like,
We had a car ride in Arizona on one of our trips. For an hour, we just talked about DJ Khaled moments from all the way back in the day.
best.
There's so
Bob,
many
what was
Khaled
he-
moments.
when he gets lost out in Miami on the
Snapchat.
jet ski.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I don't know if we're gonna make
And then
it.
he goes when the paparazzi
What
asked
was
him,
the
he goes,
paparazzi thing?
how many
Yeah.
how many go to your head, how many McChickens could you finish or something? And he looked at him and he's just like, don't ever disrespect yourself.
I love him so much.
funny,
I love
man.
him so much.
so funny.
Oh, he's
The
the
best
best.
You saw he was with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah,
He's
He's
like,
with whoever he wants.
The best is when his wife is working out and she's like boxing with the trainer and she actually snaps on him and he's just like, honey. And then finally she just stops. She like throws her gloves down. She's like, Khaled, shut the fuck up. Like, it's unreal.
I remember when he had his kid Assad.
Yeah,
Do you remember?
Assad.
Yeah. And everything was about Assad. He's like King Assad. Yeah. Oh, he's the best, man.
the best.
He was on the cover of his album that came out that day.
Yeah.
I think the name of the album was
Assad, probably.
Now,
Yeah.
now it's called God Did is his new
Yeah.
album.
Well, of course it is.
Well, yeah.
Would you fly to Russia tomorrow to film with DJ Khaled?
Not Russia, anywhere else.
Anywhere else?
Yeah.
But the Ukraine.
How about Kenya,
Anywhere
Africa?
besides Russia and Ukraine.
What about Kenya,
No, no.
Africa?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's wrong? Kenya's nice.
Yeah, Kenya's
How
actually.
about Pittsburgh? Anyways, yeah, you
Start
go
seeing.
there.
Oh, God.
DJ
was
Khaled,
doing-
though.
yeah,
Yeah,
he was doing
Who would be your number one?
Well, Khaled is rising up the ranks. I mean, for me, like, I said Michael Jordan the last time we asked about,
Yeah,
but that's
it's
like
nice.
it's too much. I would have to think of like,
What do you mean too much?
no, like that's obvious, it's classic, like
Yeah.
MJ. But back to DJ Khaled, his new thing was when he would do the whole like they don't believe in us. Not new, it's always been his thing.
it's
But he's
the
like,
best.
I just like he finds it so
Breaks my heart.
unbelievable.
It breaks
there
my
are people
heart.
out there.
Yeah.
They don't believe in us.
He starts tearing up. It's like it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart that people wouldn't believe this. He goes, God did.
You will never find a guy with a more like pronounced like beard. Like
it's
that
great.
line,
Yeah.
it looks like it's stenciled.
He's getting
Yeah.
his shape
King,
up every
man.
day.
Oh, it
He
has to.
should.
Yeah.
You've got a good little shape up there too.
Yeah.
Bob.
Cue the barber. Cue
You
the
the
barber.
barber. You just hit him up today.
Yeah, the thing with Q, like we were saying, though, I really think he does a good job. Ticket even mentioned to me, he's like, you were there for a long time. You're in the chair with him for a long time.
What do you mean? Like how long is a long time?
Over an hour.
An hour?
He
For a
goes like an
guy's
hour.
cut?
What is he doing?
And there's not much to cut. It just, you know what it is? I think he enjoys cutting hair so much, and I appreciate it. But it's just like at
Maybe he
some
just
point,
enjoys your company.
Maybe he enjoys anyone's company.
Well, also too, I think, and it's a big thing with the barber for me is like, there's got to be this thing of like I love being on the phone like when I'm on. There's got to be a time of like talking where you guys are talking, catching up, and then shut it down for a
Yeah.
bit, and then bring it back up, and that's what we do really well. We'll talk, shut it down for 10 minutes, back up, talk, and it's a beautiful.
Does Q know about like pop culture? Do you ever like ask him if he's seen videos? And it's like, do you like bring up like Q? Have you seen the new like would you ever bring DJ Khaled golf up to Q? And be like, have you seen this shit, Q?
Yeah.
Or, like, what do you think of Khaled with the golf? or
He
something
asks like
that?
what we're doing and stuff. He has fans like message him like different things like when I come in and stuff like that, and he gets a kick out
Like
of
what
that.
do they say to him?
He showed me some of the DMs of what they say, like "Q, you're a god" and like stuff like that, and he's like,
Doing the Lord's work.
"Yeah."
I think
he's-
that's where you went wrong, Bob, was the first time you went in there, you threw him on the content, it excited him, he had fans, you were cracking him up, you were talking him up.
yeah.
Then he expects that every time.
Price goes up,
so
too.
He's clipping.
Price went up
going up.
from the
I've
seen your
get-go.
subscribers.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Never has been.
it's a
Certified.
it's a 70 piece.
70 before tip?
No, that's all in.
Oh,
But you do get the beard too.
That's nice.
well, I
Does he
guess
do-
then if he's charging you 70, you might as well take the
Is
full
it- are we
hour.
talking
At least
like-
you get money.
We're talking
It's
like,
$1 per hair.
oh no.
And that's why he's got the mic. Give him the mic.
That's a bar.
That's why he's
Yeah,
got
it
the
is,
rod.
but it's a long. I mean, it's too long. But I mean, look,
How often do you go in?
not often. Once
See, 'cause-
every like month.
I used to go once every 3 weeks. I haven't got my hair cut in a long time now.
Well, you got to let that. We want you to let that
got
flow.
lettuce.
Let's see the back, Joey D.
Well, the what?
Just the back, the,
back is
cabbage.
starting to
Yeah,
get
it's
some
starting to
wings.
pop. It's starting to pop.
Yeah, I'm starting to get that like hockey hair. That's what
what
I'm
we
going
want.
for.
That's what we want.
I will never grow it as long as Perez's because it suits him, but I don't know if I could pull that off.
You have the-
But I would definitely have.
What
like
is
you
that
used to have
called?
longer hair. Like
What is that
I
called?
just
by
call
the
it
way?
the flow.
No, it's called like Twin Peaks
when
or
you
something.
when you called
isn't
it the cheddar, I thought it was amazing.
Oh, he's got back cheddar.
back cheddar. Yeah,
It's lettuce.
Yeah, it is. You got some lettuce.
Oh yeah, he's
But
got a whole
like
heart of
it's
vein.
different.
Lax
Yeah.
lettuce.
What's that?
Lax lettuce.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. Coming
Yeah.
out the back of
You
lacrosse
would
helmet.
never. You would never.
Oh,
cut your
yeah,
hair,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's
I don't
there
think I
to
can
stay.
now.
Yeah.
What would
Even
be
if I
the
wanted
cost?
to, I can't.
Yeah.
What would be the cost if somebody said tomorrow you had to cut your
One
hair?
DJ Khaled video.
Oh, a DJ Khaled
Yeah.
video
Yeah.
for your hair.
Dog.
I actually
He's thinking
think,
about it.
We played for Perez's hair.
Like, are we talking like?
I actually think, as much as you love DJ Khaled, I don't think you would do it.
I
I
think
don't
you underestimate how much I like DJ
FP,
Khaled.
how long does that? Will
Like,
that take?
like to him or like a buzz?
Like to me.
I would do it for DJ.
How
Khaled.
long?
I was talking more of a buzz.
Oh, Buzz is ridiculous.
How long does that take?
I want
to grow
DJ
out?
Khaled and
another
I
one.
want,
And Tiger.
and I want Josh Allen and a
Call him how we going. Yeah.
compensatory draft pick to be named later.
How
From the
long?
Broncos.
How long does that hair take? How long does it take to grow
It's
that?
going to be a high one.
I'm gonna try one more time.
Go ahead.
How long does it take you to get from normal length to where you're at now?
My hair grows pretty quick, but I don't know. It's been a long
That's like
time.
2 years.
Probably
worth.
2 years, I would think, to get
Yeah.
from a buzz cut.
Oh, yeah, that's 2 years.
At least 2 years to this.
I want Cutsy to really like Cutsy with flow will be a star.
Yeah.
But I think you're gonna like another 2 months of that will be money, and then you can just like trim it up.
Yeah, I'll
I
trim
need
it.
like
Yeah.
Barry Melrose. with
By
like
the way,
a lot of like curl in the back.
Yeah.
That's some good
straight
hair.
all the way to
Yeah,
the
he's got
bottom.
great hair.
Need that.
you know what? Well, actually, forget it.
Go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah, positive.
Well, now,
Nope,
now
now
you
you
got
gotta
balls.
say it.
No, positive.
Say it.
I've said to you before though, Joe. You'll have like when it's time for you to do the salt and pepper, you'll crush the salt and pepper
Yeah, you
look.
will.
You think so?
100%.
I'm already getting grays, man. Somebody messaged
okay,
me the
though.
other day. They're like, "You got grays." I was like,
That's obnoxious.
What a
bro.
dumb
that's
DM.
just-
I was like, I'm not a spring chicken. I know I got
That's
grays.
ridiculous.
I've actually embraced the grays. When you
It'll
first
look good.
I will
like
say, like
you picked it or something.
Yeah,
I
some
will
people-
say
I
when
hate
you first
that.
get when you first get a first couple grays, you're like, what the?
Yeah,
It's kind of weird. But then like after a while, it just becomes assimilated into what you have, and it's just normal.
I think it's gonna look good. I think
so?
I really do. Yeah, I really.
Jet, I saw him with some facial hair on a call where we hadn't seen him in like.
Yours doesn't go
let me
all
tell you
the way
something.
through.
if you catch me with facial hair, shit's gone bad. Like, I'm telling you, if you
You might not like
I'm
eat
saying,
well, but you're gonna shave.
if you catch me like with facial, which every like month or every so often you'll see it. Like, ask me how I'm doing because I'm telling like I don't. That's like when if you catch me with facial hair, it means I'm stressed.
You know
out.
who else I think about that, Bob? Who recently had facial hair and then shaved it right away? I wonder if in the golf world. I wonder if you would get this.
I
You
know
got it.
I know it right
You
now.
know it is.
Wait. Had facial hair and shaved it right away?
He had it for like
And
10
never
seconds.
has it. Like had it for a millisecond. The King of Dallas.
Oh no.
Oh, Garrett Clark.
Yeah.
Garrett
He
Clark.
did. He had a minute.
He had-
He had
facial
facial
hair. And
People said something, and he did like a story.
He did
Like
a
I was
story,
like,
and we were
shaved
like,
my
this is like-
facial hair.
Yeah.
He's like facial hair
It
is
was
gone.
like really good. It was like red. It looked good.
good.
I
Yeah.
liked
Good.
it.
He
I
looked like
liked
a
it.
stud.
There was no like gradual.
No.
He just posted full
All of
beard
a sudden,
and then
like a
gone.
5
It was
o'clock
dope.
shadow goatee
Yeah.
or like a beard.
It was dope.
And then all of a sudden he's like, facial hair's gone.
The best ever
Yeah.
was take it in the Airbnb when he came out with the stash and he's like,
You know, with like the Bubby stash, which
Yeah.
it was terrible, but Bob was like, I don't know if it suits
We
you.
were
And
way too close to a school for you to look like that.
I just look like melted ice cream whenever I shave my face. And there's a documented photo with Rick Shields to prove it. It's out there somewhere. And so I thought maybe I'd keep a stash, and I quickly realized that was the wrong decision, thanks to Bob.
Melted ice
I was like,
stash
take it,
was better.
I don't know if it's for you. He came back into the living room acting like nothing happened, and it was gone.
he's like, hey, what's up, guys?
It was strokes. It was bang, 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 and he was out.
I taught Garrett Clark what was possible.
Yeah.
It can go that quickly.
Oh, man. Same trip that we actually ordered Godfather's Pizza maybe 5 nights in a row.
Yeah, we did.
Same thing.
And it banged
we got pizza and
every
a sub
single time.
every single night. We paid their
It was
rent
great.
for January or whatever month
That
it
place
was.
looked like a bomb hit it.
You went inside?
No, the Airbnb. When we were like, remember when Rick Shields was coming by?
Yeah.
And then Perez was like, guys, we should probably clean up. I was like, what? Perez wants to clean up? Do you remember that?
Look, I would have.
Oh, dude.
I would have cleaned up.
Oh, do I?
We should have. First off, we should have cleaned up for ourselves.
Yes,
I
that's
agree.
true.
Not
And
disagreeing
that
with
is
that.
true.
And we should clean up for anyone that's coming.
But when
into that
do we
place.
do that?
But I
Until the
think-
last
Well,
day,
no, I
maybe?
think the conversation was just like, look, we got to give Shields the authentic experience. And it was just like, you know what? Don't touch anything. Don't touch.
That was
anything.
also an excuse for us to not have to clean. We're like,
Yeah.
look, this is Bob Does Sports.
Yeah, I
I'm
think we
don't
leaned
wanna
into
do
it pretty hard. We were like, look, Rick, we were going to clean for you, but we're going to be ourselves. We're relatable.
We actually messed some shit up before you got here.
Chet just took some potato
We had
chips
shit
and scattered them
everywhere.
on the
Dude, there was so
off the
much.
table.
Pringles.
That was the fattest trip we've had.
Oh,
without a doubt.
it wasn't even
Like the
close.
amount of there were
Disgusting.
By the time we left, there was 43 pizza boxes on that counter.
I ordered
We had to
bagels.
like get a new recycling bin. We
Bob,
called
one
the
morning
city.
I ordered bagels and I got Jet like a bagel and a hash brown and I gave it to him. He's like, why are you doing this to me? Why? Why? Like, we got to stop at some point.
Yeah.
Wild.
The best was in Arizona when waking up to when Perez went out and we always leave and Perez went out and we woke up and there were like McDonald's chicken nuggets like laid across the counter. Joe,
That's
was it
ridiculous.
not?
I thought it was a meal for
It
two.
was
You ordered 3 large fries.
It was a large fry that was out. Don't
ordered-
act like there were nuggets
You
around.
ordered 3 large fries.
I did order 3 large fries. I ate 2 of them. And I left the third out, thinking somebody will wake up in the morning and maybe want some of these. I also got let in. Was that no? One night, Showtime let me into the Airbnb at 5:45.
Yeah, where you're like, I didn't need this. Like,
I couldn't. It was a 4-digit code, and I was looking at my phone and trying to put the code in, and it would like time out. I just couldn't get 4 digits quick enough.
Showtime just kept hearing
beeping. Showtime comes out around the corner, opens the door, and I'm just like, I didn't need to see anybody right now. It was 5:45. I was like, I don't have anything to talk about. I'm going to go to bed. And
You know what I ordered?
I like that.
in that trip, which actually banged really good, and I never order was White Castle.
White Castle's underrated.
yeah, there's
was
so
really
It's underrated.
there's so few of them now. There's really not
I don't
many.
think there's any in LA at all.
I don't think so.
I
There's
ordered
so-
Jack in the Box.
They got good fries.
Jack
Jack in the Box
on
stinks.
Sunday night. First time, last time.
Yeah,
First
it's
time
not
last
good.
time.
Well, you gotta
Jack
know
in the
what to
Box?
order.
I
By
never
the way,
had
They
Jack.
have
good chicken
many
sandwiches.
people
Apparently
are
didn't
gonna
know
put
what to
into the
order.
comments that you're missing this. That. I've done it all at Jack and Box. They have too wide of a menu to where they can't focus. They have like chicken teriyaki.
You know who else has that problem?
Too big of a
Cheesecake
menu?
Factory.
Nope. Cheesecake's fine. Another sort of fast food place. Too big a menu, has all the tools for success. Can't.
Oh, that would be Sonic.
That would be Sonic.
That would be
That would be
absolutely
Sonic.
Sonic's
Hey,
not good.
you know
though.
where Sonic hits, though?
has
The
the
Sundays.
tools to be great.
No, Sonic hits in Oxford.
Wow.
Oh, we did
Yeah.
do the Sonic and
But I didn't know. I don't
And
know
we
their
could
menu.
eat anything.
I
at
didn't
that
know they
point.
have the biggest menu of
We
all
did
time.
order
Massive
from
menu.
Sonic one night that it's like a blizzard or ice cream thing.
That would be a
was
Sonic Blast.
That was good.
Copyright.
Watch, you give it like 2 weeks. We're gonna be like, Bob the Sports brought to you by Sonic. If it ain't Sonic, we ain't eating it.
They're limeades, cherry limeades with nerds. They play fucking nerds in that shit.
What, they actually do that?
Oh fuck yeah, they do.
But you know,
and it's just like a nerd rope straw.
Is Sonic,
you
by the
fat
way-
fuck.
No, I know, but Sonic, it's a skate. They're all on skates,
yeah, they
right?
do like
They
the
will
roller.
skate. They will
Yeah,
skate. They
yeah.
also still have a drive. They have drive through.
They
Okay.
Yeah.
but
What's that called? When they skate out to you?
drive up or
Oh, is that what it
not-
is?
Drive in.
drive up. Yeah,
wild.
something.
Drive in sounds right.
of the? Go for it.
One of my favorite videos.
I don't know because you got to say I don't know the full thing.
I was just going to say it's a terrifying thing when you see someone in your rearview mirror just coming out and it's clearly their first day and they've
Yeah.
never skated before. And you've got 5 people in the car
Yeah.
and she's trying to carry
Yeah.
like everything
Just
like a diaper.
slams a
Those
tray into your
videos,
back
bro.
window. She's fucking bags.
Those are my guilty pleasure.
a door opens up
Yeah.
and this Sonic train goes
Yeah.
flying.
That's my guilty pleasure. Like watching somebody fall is the most
Yeah,
fun.
it's the best.
I find it to be so
It is.
fucking funny when somebody eats it. And
Yeah.
I can't. There's a video. There is a video from the Peninsula Hotel security footage, and I did everything in my power to get this video. My cousin was the general manager of this hotel, and Joe called me. He's like, "I want to let you know, like, I fell going into the service elevator, and if
was
you want
bad,
to
dude.
ask God, he's like, I know how much you love this stuff. If you want to ask your cousin, like, it's gonna be on the camera."
It was like one of those falling back ones.
You
too.
see that? You point at the ground. You point at
At the
someone else.
servers.
You go to the coffee.
He tried to
There
point
was
it.
beer that had
You were like,
seeped on the ground.
This is just. That can't happen.
I thought, wait, so you have I seen this video?
I have
Oh,
it. It is
so good.
Jet. It is.
I've seen it. I've seen it. Yeah.
And literally, it's Joe trying to catch the service elevator when he's working at the hotel. He's in his full suit and he's trying to catch the elevator. And he's like, well, rather than just waiting for the next elevator to come,
I was
he
dizzy,
tries to
Bob.
catch it, and he just goes backwards and falls. Gets up and looks as the call to look at the busboys and blame them
It
for
was
the
a
coffee.
steward. You should have swept the floor.
It's crazy. It is. I called my cousin and I begged him for that video, and finally he sent it.
He was cracking up. He
It
showed
was the
me.
funniest. He thought it was the fun. I was like, please just look at it first, and then he looked at it and he called me and he was It's one of my favorite.
See, if I
videos
had a
ever.
slip up like that,
You're done.
No, not
You'd
even
never
that.
tell
No, not
anyone.
done. Nobody's finding out about. I'm
Yeah.
not going to the manager being like, "Had a little slip up earlier."
Yeah, I know your cousin would love
But
this
Cutsy
shit.
is content first.
and I like
Yes,
that
always
about
has
him. Jet actually almost fell going up the stairs at the Airbnb.
When?
And we didn't let him hear the end of it.
Yeah.
Remember when you?
Oh, yeah.
And you clawed
that was poorly built living room.
Yeah.
He was stomping. He was not happy about something.
That's
he was
the best
stomping
part.
up the
No,
stairs.
yeah,
and
Yeah.
he missed the stair and
Yeah, he
almost
did.
bit
No,
Wood.
it was.
That's not
He
what
was
happened.
so pissed off. When somebody's pissed off and they fall,
Yeah,
it's
it's the best.
a billion
It's
times
funnier.
worse.
I wasn't even
was-
upset,
Yeah,
man.
you were.
Those were
You were
what I
awake.
like to
You
call.
were awake, so you were
those
upset.
are what we call. Those. Listen. Hold on. Those. That's a bar. Put it on the board. Put it on the board. Put it on the board. Okay. You're getting a little too excited about this one, Bob. So those were they're stomping stairs. Like they're stairs.
Don't do this. What are you doing,
Hang
man?
on. You ticket.
Now
You
it's the
walked up.
stairs' fault?
Jet.
No, those were stairs. They were like old wooden stairs that if you also, I'm a little larger than I used to be. When you step on them, they make a fucking noise. I wasn't stomping
The
up those
last
stairs.
four
Was I
steps-
pissed off? Possibly. But was I stomping? No, I'm not. And that I'll live
the
with.
last 4 steps,
I'll take that with
you
me.
wanted to send a message to the living room that you were pissed off. And I looked at Ticket and I looked at Joe and I said, you know what he just did,
but
right?
no,
And every
but-
single one of them was like, yes, because you did boom.
Ticket, let me ask you a question. Were those stomping stairs? Did they sound like stomping when anybody
no.
walked up them? Be honest.
Your job's on the line.
Be honest. No, he knows because I talked about this with him.
They were stomping stairs, but the last 4 felt like a tantrum.
You know the funniest thing though was
I
when
don't
he
appreciate- I don't
when
think
he
so.
almost fell and he kind of composed himself. He did this glance back to see if anyone had seen. And I was looking at him laughing, and he kind of like he knew it was really funny, so he like kind of smirked and then instantly turned into a grimace and just b-rolled it up the stairs.
that's
You know,
tough.
like you have to look to see if anybody saw.
That's
He
tough.
kind of just like glanced back, and it was like a deer in the headlights.
Yeah, if there's if there's one person you don't want to fall around, it's fucking Bob, dude. That guy is
true.
like
That's true.
like hand to pocket to camera.
Yeah,
you know the
it's
cars that go like 0 to 60 in 2
it's like a,
hand to pocket to camera to
it's
Instagram.
Like it's like a duel in the Old West when
like-
guys are pulling a gun out. His ability to get a phone out and record on an Insta story, it's unbelievable.
Fastest drawn
You know,
in LA.
sometimes you have to wait when you post a story and you have to like watch the wheel go.
Yeah.
For him, it's just like boom, 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 wheel done,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's up.
it's unreal.
It's fucking
Best
ridiculous.
was- remember on the airplane that lady said something to you and then you looked at me, you're like, you got that? I was like,
Yeah, this woman, I roll up and it's an aisle seat.
This is
She's
great.
sitting in my seat, one row back. She's in one row ahead, same aisle seat. I was like, no, it's no problem. Like, I'll just sit in your seat. We're good. She goes, she thinks about it a second. She goes, no, I'll move. She's like, in case the plane goes down, I want him to be able to identify my body. And I was just like.
and I was filming it.
Everyone behind hears her and just starts like laughing. If that comes out of anyone but like a 7-year-old woman's mouth,
Yeah.
everyone's kind of like, what the fuck? And I was just like, yeah, all right, like, that makes fucking sense. And somehow you videoed the entire interaction.
Yeah, I did.
Bob
I
has a
caught
sixth
on to
sense.
Bob. I've caught on to him
It's
because
unbelievable.
I mean, we spent a lot of time together the first year I lived here. And he'll pull out his phone and he's got like different tactics. He's like a well, I don't want to compare him, but he's got serious tactics to film
Sick.
without having people
Used to get me
notice.
all the time.
I'm obsessed with content. Sometimes it's too much. I all want everything to be filmed. I am quick to that. Yeah.
You got a pic.
But
You
you guys-
snuck a pic of your cousin and Johnny Football chilling.
Yeah, and
at Genesis.
and he's like, how did Joe knows by now because you got it so many times where
You used to go like this, and you kind of like discreetly hold it down near like your torso.
That was the old days. Now he just shoves it right in your fucking face.
Now that thing is like,
care anymore.
you're just standing there, it's like poking you in the eye now.
Those days are fucking over.
he pulls out like a real
He's got
camera.
a
He's
hole,
like,
he's got a hole in his Q-zip and he's holding the phone
Pulls out
to
a
it.
selfie
Yeah, those days
stick.
are fucking over, dude.
Selfie stick.
Yeah. Now I can't even wake up on my own.
everybody's wondering why Breezy has a little hole.
Yeah. It's for a camera.
Oh, there's one that I got of Joe that hasn't resurfaced. That's so funny. This is like a really funny one. Remember, Joe, after we had the managers outing for 4 seasons and we got back home and we were doing karaoke and Cutsy was in the middle of a solo in the karaoke and like he was actually crushing it. Like he was doing Whitney Houston, he was dominating, and this wild girl who worked
She
there.
was something else.
She took the mic from him and started singing too. And Cutsy was so angry about it. So we get back home to Cutsy's place and we're eating McDonald's, and Cutsy goes on a rant about this girl taking hijacking.
Don't do that, man. There's just some things you just don't.
You were filming it, right? That reminds me of one of the all-time when the Shauna. You were filming him going Shauna to the Postmates. Yeah, and that was I was there. That was pretty funny.
Shauna?
It's a 3-story building.
What about
Shauna.
that time when you were with me when we couldn't get out of Bob's apartment?
Oh yeah,
out of the parking lot, and Jet just started filming me. I'm like, madam, ma'am,
This machine's gone to shit.
He's like, he was saying crazy. He's like, it's gone to hell in a handbasket.
This machine's gone to hell, madam. I'm stuck.
If you're a Postmates driver, the last person you want to deliver to is Joe, because he acts as if it's the easiest apartment to find.
Yes.
It is a complex to try and get in this apartment, and Joe can't fathom why they can't get up to the place, as if it's just like you just walk in and
It's
you're
a
good.
locked compound.
It's crazy.
It's like the Pentagon. Like
It really is.
It's
Yeah, it would be easier to get in the Pentagon to get to the front door of his
The
apartment.
best is though when Joe, Tiki, knowing like if they leave it at the wrong place, he gets all excited because he knows he's getting the meal for free. So if they leave it in the wrong place, he comes, they got the wrong place, but the meal is for free.
And he'll go find
He goes,
it.
watch this.
Well, there's
Watch
down
this.
the block. Down the block, there's another San Vicente apartment
you're
complex.
sick.
And like sometimes they'll take the picture and they leave it on like the thing, and I'm like, that's not my building, and I know it's down the street, so I can say I never received it,
You're
because
sick.
if they argue, I'm like, well, this is my apartment, I never got it. So I'll beeline it down. And I think we got tacos one day for. And I was
That's
like, Bob, I guess there's no Venmo charge today.
Crazy.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Well, what? It's going to be eaten by the crows otherwise. Someone was
Postmates
gonna
goes
eat it.
out of business. We'll know why.
By the way, the Bob to Sports is brought to you by Postmates.
That's right.
All right, well, it's just about pitch black in this room.
Yeah.
It's darker
So
than
I think that's about a time to shut it down. Can we just clap it up, put the mics down for a second? Right there. Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. The boys are back in town. Really, really a tremendous pod. We want to kind of have some of these podcasts where sometimes we talk Bob to Sports. I like these as well, where we just don't even talk about a single thing Bob to
know what we
Sports,
talked
and
about.
just kind of mix it up. But a lot of fun. We'll see you next time. It's been another episode Bob to Sports podcast. We'll see you next time.